a depressive mind state, but more just a matter-of-fact component of life mindset. I don't know why, but I've always found death to be comforting. I like the idea that life as we know it inevitably will come to an end, and I like the uncertainty and unknowability of death. In most cases, when I don't know the answer to something, I become anxious. But conversely with death, because no one knows the answer, I find it calming. The mere existence and lack of knowledge about death makes me feel a deep connection to other people. I know that I'm young and that my viewpoint of death might change as I grow closer to it, but I hope that's not the case because I'm really happy with my viewpoint. I don't want to become scared of the inevitable. There's a somewhat good likelihood that it won't change because of my repeated exposure to it. I was a sickly child, still somewhat am, and spent so much time in hospitals that I started viewing them as a kind of home. Although I was never at threat of mortality, I was surrounded by others who were. Just this summer, I spent a month receiving treatment alongside stage 4 cancer patients. It was interesting watching them deal with their diagnoses and impending death. Hope was such a powerful force. There was one patient with stage 4 prostate cancer who went into remission, and his success story was topic of every patient's conversation for the next week. And every time they mentioned it, you could hear the hope and desperation in their voices. Everyone pities someone who is slowly dying and knows it. But what if the room is full of the people who usually receive the pity? Who do they have sympathy for? In this instance, it was me. Even though I was dealing with a non-fatal illness, I was the youngest patient by far. I've been thinking about this fact a lot. Is the reason why that they didn't want to face their own situation, so they transferred their sympathy onto someone less like themselves? Did they just understand the other cancer patients enough to not feel the need to express sympathy? Or was it that I just seemed pitiful? I have no idea, and I probably never will know, unless of course I get cancer when I'm older. Speaking of older, my great-grandma lived to be 103. On her 101st birthday, we threw a party with a cake and everything. When she blew out her candles, she made the saddest wish I've ever heard. She said, "Please let me live another year. I don't want to die yet. I'm not ready." At this point in her life, her quality of life was basically non-existent. It was an event if she left her room. Despite her poor life, my great-grandma still was begging for a life. Why? Fear. Fear is such a strong motivator, and nothing is more common